If you're growing lavender and you want to use it in the kitchen, one of the most common questions we get is, Luke, I've harvested my lavender, I brought it in, and I went to use it. Not only did it lose a lot of flavor, but it really doesn't look like how it looks in pictures that I see online. Whether I'm making a lemonade with it or throwing it into baked goods, it doesn't look right, and I don't know what I did wrong. And believe it or not, this question comes up so frequently, and I just answered it last night, that I figured, let's talk about it. I'm sure there's a lot more people. There's usually 10 more people that have the question that are, too embarrassed or too shy to ask because they think it might be a dumb question. And to be honest, I didn't have all the answers either. When I first started growing lavender, I would always pick it at the wrong time. And I would always be disappointed because it always looked weird and it always seemed like it was picked at the wrong time. And so in today's episode, we're going to keep it short, quick, and simple about how to harvest lavender at the right time and the different stages of lavender so that you pick your lavender at the right stage for the right purpose that you're intending for. Let's go. So lavender, we have a small patch here. I absolutely love it. It smells beautiful. You either love lavender or you hate lavender. I know a lot of people say it smells like an old lady's house. I totally disagree. I think it smells, oh man, it smells like heaven. I could smell it all day long. It is the best smell ever. It is just so delicate and floral and sweet and lavendery. I don't know, I just absolutely love it. We got 2 rows of lavender here and it's a perennial. So I love it too because it's just perennial beauty. It's just absolutely amazing. We love using it in the kitchen. One of my favorite things to do is to make lavender lemonade. Lavender lemonade is, it's the most, aside from just regular lemonade, it's the most refreshing thing in the world. It's just so amazing. But we throw lavender in a lot of things. Lavender lemonade happens to be one of my favorites. Throw a little bit of crushed mint in there as well, some mint lavender lemonade, and you just can't get much closer to perfection. But also a second thing I love doing is I like making just a simple shortbread cookie. Simple shortbread cookie, but I add in lavender into that. And it just elevates that sugary sweetness that comes from the flowers, and it is amazing. Throw that lavender shortbread cookie on, just crumble it over some vanilla ice cream or just have it straight, and you don't get much better. But that brings about the question, okay, so I want to use this in cooking. When do I harvest? So here I'm next to my lavender plants, and I've got lavender at a variety of different stages. Now the honeybees are going absolutely crazy over these right now, and I couldn't be happier. That's awesome food and forage for the honeybees. They're just going nuts on it right now, which is amazing. But I've got, I have lavender at different stages here, and I want to bring you guys in close to talk about the different stages so you understand what to look for when you're bringing your lavender into the kitchen. So here we have one that is just starting to open up. And what you'll notice is you get these little purple what look like flowers forming. And it goes the whole way up. It starts out green and they start to turn purple as they begin to open. But then you get ones that start to open. When they start to open, they look like this. So they will generally flower from the bottom up, generally. Not always, but generally. And so you have some of these kind of spent flower petals here. And that is the flower. Now you'll notice what's weird, it still has these purple, they almost look like purple little pods, little oval bulbs of purple. But you see these flowers here that are just in the opening phase, and there's actually some spent flowers up at the top here. Now a lot of people, they will try to pick their lavender like this. I pick my lavender like this all the time when it's in peak bloom. Now this one is a little more peak bloom than others. There's some that are in like peak bloom, like this one here. This one, you see this one? That's in peak bloom right there. There's flowers all over this thing. And I would pick these, and I would think that the flower is what I want. I would think that the flower is what I want. And that's incorrect. What you actually want are these right here. You actually, if you're going to harvest lavender to take into the kitchen, you want to wait until after the bloom is done. As close as you can till after the bloom is ideal. And that way you actually have a higher quality product, and these blooms here, they'll be spent and they'll just fall off and dry up. And so what you're going to do is you're going to harvest these little purple pods here. And you don't harvest them when they're fresh like this because they don't come off all that easy, right? They don't come off all that easy. You want to take these inside and dry them. You want to dry them for anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks, dried like this, after the bloom is done. I can't tell you how many years I thought it was the blossom that I was looking for. I thought these were the blossoms, you guys. I thought these little purple pods were the blossoms. They're actually not. They're actually the fruiting body of the lavender plant. The flower, when it's pollinated, actually will help seeds to form inside of that purple pod. I would always say, well, the flowering season is so short for lavender, like I don't know when I'm picking it right. And so I'd pick it super early like this, and then nothing would ever come of it. It was the worst quality lavender ever, if it even ended up being anything at all. And I said, well, what am I doing wrong? Well, maybe I'm timing it out wrong, because I thought these would open. I thought these were like flowers that were eventually going to open. Well, they were, but I thought these were the actual flower petals, and they never opened up. But then when they did open up in peak bloom, it would only last for like 2 to 3 days. And I would take them inside and I would dry them. And I'd be like, okay, this is taking forever to pluck these out. I mean, I'd spend 30 minutes to an hour plucking all these flowers out. And then I would dry them and I'd be left with nothing. I'd be left with like a shriveled up piece of brown flower top, like nothing. And okay, do I have to use it fresh? I don't understand what I'm doing. And then once I Googled it, once I did a little bit of research, I found out, nope. Actually, patience is a virtue with lavender. You want to wait till the blooms are done. As soon as like 90% of the blooms have dried up and have fallen off, that's when you go and that's when you cut them. That's when you cut them for the actual dried lavender that you can take inside and use as a decoration. Make a sachet with it. You can tie it up in a bouquet like this, put it in your shower, it's amazing. Or you can use the little lavender pods. Oh man, it's amazing. Use it in your baked goods. So simple. And it's just a timing thing that a lot of people don't get right. A lot of people don't even understand the anatomy of the lavender, and neither did I. So I hope this really quickly helped. I know it probably could have been a YouTube short, but yeah, why not, right? I love talking to you guys, and I like seeing you guys in long video format. So I hope you all enjoyed. I really do hope that you learned something new. And throw down in the comments section some things that you love using your lavender for. And do you like lavender or do you hate lavender? I'd be curious to know. I love it. It's great. It's a good flower. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you all learned something new. Quicker one today, but I hope it helped. And we'll catch you guys all on the next episode. As always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to grow bigger. We'll catch you guys later. See ya. Bye. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, consider clicking this one. You'll probably enjoy it just as much. I want to thank you for your viewership, because without it, this channel would not be as amazing as it is. Also, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free, and we upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. We also have vegetable seeds, fertilizer, or tools. If you need any of those, consider visiting MIgardener.com. Links will be in the description box below. We've got you covered. And as always, we'll see you all in the garden. Take care.